Day 61. We have become accustomed to lives of leisure, not bothering to get out of camp until 8:20. Well, it was a holiday yesterday. Also, I had bourbon. Although I am a little bit distressed that the bourbon didn't have quite nearly the effect I thought it might. It was fun anyway, but I don't think I'll do that again. Anyway, it's less than 5 miles to Frisco. I found us a place to have breakfast, which is super exciting. And since it's only less than a day worth of walking, less than a day worth of walking to get to Dillon, our next stop, the Dillon Silverthorne area, we're going to try and find some place with Wi-Fi to charge up and hang out for a while, since virtually all my electronics are nearly dead. I haven't been using my solar panel as much as I should have. And so that's the plan. Frisco, breakfast. As we continue our sip and saunter through central Colorado, there's towns everywhere here. It's amazing. We're getting super spoiled. Wyoming's going to be a wake-up call, isn't it? This is North Barton Creek, and obviously they anticipate it's not going to be as wide as it currently is because the stepping stones are way over there. Funny, they got 2 diversion channels here too. Illegal to tamper, don't do it. Holy crap, we're surrounded by the trail's water source. Water next to us, water on both sides, and then the creek is still over there. It was amazing. Oh my goodness, so much snow melt. There's bananas out here. I do love the sound of running water. Oh my goodness. Almost got my feet wet, but luckily there were some dry spots on the high side. We're walking through a little part of the forest that clearly was logged at some point, but now they're trying to reforest it. So there's little tiny trees everywhere. I feel like a giant. I feel so tall. I don't really get that feeling very often, so I'm drunk with power. Oh hey, we're back to 10 miles for this entire trail. They just have some wonky math going on here. And what? Check it out. Not only are we back on the CDT, we're on the Colorado Trail as well. If we walk this way for 9 miles, we'll get to Copper Mountain. Copper Mountain's cool, I like that place. The CDT, wow, I actually feel like a CDT hiker. I'm sure. We're only on this trail. We're only back on it for a very short period of time. We just continue on this trail all the way to Frisco. But it does feel good to be back on the trail. We're actually hiking. Yay! Oh my god, I have to stop following Nightcrawler around the areas of junctions when I'm the one with the map. We went the wrong way from the CDT junction. So, true to form, we found the CDT and pretty much immediately got lost. Oh, damn. That's a nice campsite right there. That is a fire ring. You can see people get down around here. It's actually one of the cleanest sights I've seen in this forest, because most of this forest is just wrecked with downed wood everywhere. Anyway, luckily we didn't get too far off track before I noticed something was amiss. That principally being that we were going uphill when we should be going down. That's all right. Not too many bonus miles. I'll allow it. So yeah, who needs signs with helpful arrows and shit? Just follow you. At least we got a little more time on the CDT than we were expecting. It's almost like we're CDT hikers today. I like how they reduce, reuse, and recycle their blazes. Chop the tree down and just leave the little segment with the blaze on it, laying somewhat near the trail. Probably not helpful when there's snow, but that's okay. I think this trail typically is not used when there's snow. Maybe for snowmobiling or snowshoeing, but I haven't seen any of those cool snowshoe blazes lately. No. That was a short-lived jaunt on the CDT. I'll check it out. Huh. Very cool. Nice. So yeah, Frisco, still this way, and the CDT, true to form, you pretty much just start climbing right away again. But no, not today, CDT. We're going to have breakfast. And Nightcrawler just walked past these signs and didn't even notice the turn off. Because it was a 90-degree turn. Good thing our path is straight. Now this is awesome. Now we're walking along Miners Creek. We're still on the White River National Forest. Oh! This is a very busy trail. Anyway, wow. I think we follow this almost all the way into town. Of course, I don't believe the signs anymore, because we saw a sign yesterday that said Frisco was 5 miles away. We saw a sign this morning that said Frisco was 5 miles away. It was not the same sign. I don't know how far away it is, but it ain't that far. And it's pretty much all downhill. This is a nice one. The Nightcrawler started jogging after those two trail runners went by. I have no idea why, but maybe he just felt his pack super light. Maybe he just felt like having a jog this morning. Well, I found Nightcrawler sitting at a trail junction. He wasn't 100% positive which way he was going. He said he chased those trail runners for a little bit. Ryder! Yeah. Chased those trail runners for a little bit just to like slow down and get back to walking when they turned around, all shocked to find him there, which is kind of funny. Anyway, it looks like we're less than 2 miles from breakfast, not just town, but where we're actually planning to eat. And we get to take a little spur trail to go by Rainbow Lake, which sounds pretty. We'll see. We'll see. Now you've set my expectations high. Check it out. I just found my first columbine for the season. That's awesome. Columbine is the state flower of Colorado. They are beautiful. I love them. There's actually quite a few of them littered around in this area approaching Rainbow Lake, just south of Frisco. Nice. It is so fun to like see these wildflowers. I was just telling Nightcrawler, like, since we're hardly having to carry any food or anything, any water, my pack is super light right now. And when we're in the van, we go places, I like to pick up like local books on local flowers and things like that, and plants. And I'll spend some time trying to identify what I'm seeing around me and learn more about the plants for the area. So I might pick up a book on Colorado flowers or plants or flora when we get into town, since we're kind of cruising slow and easy right now while he's doing his experiments with the ants. I can wander around and do some naturalist activities. I know. I have to make my own fun sometimes. It's okay. Oh my gosh, this trail is awesome. We're seeing so many flowers I haven't seen before. Or if I have, they weren't bloomed out yet. I'm definitely gonna get a book in town. I'll find something. Oh, hello. Look at you. Bonita. So, because I think we're gonna be walking out of town, mostly along a creek as well. So I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of the same flowers. But what? I don't know where you are. You're pretty. Oh, actually, those might be the columbines, but their heads aren't up yet. They're still sleeping. Anyway, since we're just cruising today, I can spend some time on our hike out along 10 Mile Creek doing some flower ID, which would be rad. Learn some more stuff. It's never too late to stop learning, unless, you know, you're not into that sort of thing. That's cool. Oh, what the hell? That's not a flower you want to see on the trail. I hope who's ever come and pick it up again. So we're at the junction with, this is Miners Creek Road and the Peaks Trail that we were just on. Breckenridge now 7 miles behind us. But if we continue on the Peaks Trail, the trailhead at the other end in Frisco is only 1 mile away, so now we're back to the trail being 8 miles. What the hell? Just look at how spectacular Colorado is. Oh my goodness. We're having a beautiful day here. There's a little bit of cloud cover over us, which is nice. Although there's plenty of forest cover here and there to keep it cool. It's not even that late though, it's not even 10 o'clock. Man, I'm getting spoiled with all of this. I'm not even gonna know how to hike an actual trail anymore. Oh, look at these. Beautiful. Wish you were here. All right, well, this is Rainbow Lake. It's small, but really pretty. We heard splashing, though. It's gotta be dogs. It's way too cold for people to be in there. There are tons of people out today. It's so awesome to see so many people out enjoying the forest and being out. No snowmobiles. Do not ride your snowmobile down here. I don't think that's probably a concern right now. Also, that sign's a little low. I gotta imagine these are pretty buried. So we just ran into an incredibly chatty, enthusiastic woman named Marilyn, and here just coming into Frisco, and she was fun to talk to. Oh, Ryder! Yeah, she was very political and very feisty. I always enjoy talking to people like that. It doesn't happen very often. And right here, we don't smell good, so nobody's really talking to us. We're like the only backpackers out here. So anyway, she did recommend the Log Cabin Cafe as a great place to have breakfast. So it was a little less crowded than the bakery, which is too bad because, man, I could go for some baked goods. But anyway, we're going to get in there. She also recommended a bookstore so I can get my flower book. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest dog I've ever seen. At any rate, so and then we can pick up a couple of snacks to get us through this evening and tomorrow morning before we get walking to Dillon. So this little trail we're on spit us right out into what is happening here. Wow. Totally stealth jump in there. Although I have a feeling this might actually be somebody's house. This condo or something. Who knows? But I do love that about this area. Wow. A whole pile of bag shit. Come on, people. Hopefully they pick it up on their way. Oh, that's nice. This trail is actually dedicated to Elisa Voxland. She loved to hike this trail to Rainbow Lake. Well, we enjoyed hiking it out of Rainbow Lake. All right, now we just have to find Main Street, which I'm assuming is down, and the Log Cabin Cafe. Breakfast. Digging Frisco. This place is super cute. Lots of helpful signage for people like us who have no idea what we're doing. Wow, I guess you can take this bike route or this rec route back to Breckenridge or continue on to Copper Mountain. Pretty awesome. Hey, Main Street, here we come. So we had breakfast at the Log Cabin Cafe. It was underwhelming, but at least it wasn't horribly expensive. We were gonna take the bus. There's actually a free bus in town. There's a Walmart here, a Safeway, there's a Verizon, which is what I need because my phone is not giving me any service anywhere and the battery's draining like crazy. It was at 94% last night. I've had it in airplane almost all the time and hardly used it except to make videos and look at maps, and I'm now at like 23%, which is pretty stupid. So, and I can't get any service, so I can't do anything online at all. Also very frustrating. So anyway, we were gonna take the free bus, but it's like 12:35. We got to the bus stop just to find that it only runs once an hour on the 12th. So rather than wait almost another whole hour for the bus to come, that's like 1.3 miles up to the Walmart and Verizon area, which is nice because it's also up off the tourist area, up by I-70, to go take care of some stuff up there. Wish me luck because this phone issue is stressing me out. In today's installment of Hideous Street Art, we find this. What the hell? All right, well, Frisco stop a success, more or less. And we hit just about every place useful here. Went by Verizon. The phone seems to be working better service-wise. They did tell me that there was a fire in March that took out one of their towers, and since there's like a zillion times more people here than usual, all of the towers are overburdened, so that's probably why I'm not getting good service here. That sucks, but it is what it is. It's 4th of July weekend in the resort areas of a place where summer waited way too long to show up. And we hit the grocery store, the Walmart, and Whole Foods here has like a water filling station you can use for free, which is pretty awesome. It's by the bathroom. And I think that's it. Well, all in all, fairly successful. Oh yeah, and we smashed a pizza. Almost all of a pizza. We're carrying out 2 pieces, so that'll be nice to eat later for dinner. And other than that, we're good to go. We're gonna wander out since we walked all the way up here. Instead of going back down into town to take the 10-mile Creek Trail back to the Silverthorne alternate, we're gonna take the Meadow Creek Trail back out to the Silverthorne alternate instead, because it's really close to here. We're like at Highway 9 and I-70's right behind me. We're gonna pass under that on Highway 9 and then go find the trailhead for Meadow Creek. And then it'll be off to Dillon, where we'll be tomorrow to do pretty much the same thing. The Sip and Saunter is working really well. Like 3 towns all really close together around Dillon Reservoir. And we're actually finally getting to do some trail time again, so that's awesome. After Silverthorne, I'm not really sure how far it is to the next town, which I think is Winter Park. That's tomorrow's problem. Holy traffic circle, pandemonium. Our sidewalk was closed, so we had to frogger across the street. This is I-70, one of the main east-west interstates in the country, and that signifies northerly progress. Yay! Looking forward to getting out of this mess and back into the woods, which are that way. And just like that, whew, safe. All right, so we made it to the Meadow Creek trailhead down that dirt road. It's actually, you would never know, you just came down a dirt road right next to a freeway to get here. Still on the White River National Forest, but I didn't realize we're actually going into a wilderness, so that's awesome. That means no mountain bikes. Yay! So this is the trail. We were gonna take this trail out of Frisco, but since we had to walk up to the Walmart up here, we're taking this one instead. And somewhere in the middle here, it intersects with the Gore Trail, I believe. Oh, the Gore Range Trail actually over here. And that is roughly what we use to get to Silverthorne on the Silverthorne CDT alternate. So nice, very exciting. So the Meadow Creek Trail in the Eagle's Nest Wilderness isn't nearly as well maintained as the last trail we were on. There's blowdowns all over the place. It's still a pretty clean trail, and luckily there's bridges in places like this over Meadow Creek, because damn, this would be an overly dangerous crossing to do without some way over. I wouldn't do it. Wow. Look at that. Some pretty spectacular views of the Gore Range, which we'll be connecting with soon. And to get back on the Silverthorn alternate. Beautiful. The trail back up here, definitely steep. Oh my goodness, but it feels great to be actually on trail again and not on dirt roads, getting blown out by bulldozers and all that. And these views are incredible. So it's about 7:15, and we just ground up some more of this hill on Meadow Creek Trail to another creek crossing. No bridge this time. And it's running really fast. Luckily, we ran into a couple of gentlemen who had already crossed it, and apparently about 1/4 mile after this crossing, and according to my map, there's one more crossing of this creek after that. I don't know if there's any bridge, but they said that there was basically impassable snow going up towards Eccles Pass. So that sucks. Obviously, it's way too late to be crossing this creek because definitely going to get wet. I wanted to get online to check the Facebook page to see if anybody's been doing the Silverthorn alternate lately, to see how the trail conditions were. But once again, I cannot get onto the fucking internet through my phone, even though it says 2 bars of LTE, 4 bars of LTE, 3 bars of 3G. Doesn't matter. I can't use my phone for anything but to take photos and video right now. So super frustrating, to say the least. And, there's a ton of people camped up around here, and there's mosquitoes all over the place. Not necessarily the place I choose to camp. I wanted to camp someplace a little bit off the creek, hopefully a little higher and a little more exposed to keep the mosquitoes down. But at this point, I don't know what to do because I can't get any current intel on the trail beyond this creek. So I guess it'll be back to looking at maps and go find a place to pitch this tent. And thank God I packed wine out today. I'm definitely gonna need a drink. Jesus fucking Christ, what a day. So I haven't filmed much since we got back on trail after Frisco, mainly because it's been shitty and it's been uphill, and I don't video when I'm going uphill because I'm too busy going uphill. I don't stop because I'm breathing heavy and nobody wants to hear that. But on the way to the trail, I at least did get enough service in town to find out that it was my Alabama dad's birthday today. So I got to call PhD and wish him a happy birthday and talk to my Alabama mom too. So that was really cool. I was so happy to talk to them. I haven't talked to them in forever. And I think he was super surprised to hear from me on the phone. So that was cool. Man, I can't wait to see them again. Maybe we might get to see them again next year before the AT. And that would be just fantastic. They're such great people. Alabama hospitality and whatnot. There's mosquitoes all over the fucking place here. It's just ridiculous. It's not as bad as the Sierra or New York was on the AT last year, but they're still super annoying, and it's definitely going to be a murder fest in here when I shut this tent door. But anyway, yeah, so after we got back on trail, we ran into some dude in the woods taking pictures, and he got all excited because he thought Nightcrawler looked like a real hiker, and so he wanted to take his picture doing all this shit. So I'm just standing there, and he barely acknowledged me. And Nightcrawler told him what we were doing and everything, and he was just so excited he wanted to take his picture. So I'm just standing off to the side like a dum-dum while this guy's not even acknowledging me, basically drooling all over Nightcrawler's sack, trying to take his picture and talking to him and everything. And then when we went to leave, he fist bumped him and then went to fist bump me. And of course I declined. Fuck you, kid. I've had over 8,000 miles of trail experience. I'm actually a real hiker too. Maybe I don't look like it, but whatever. Anyway, after that, it was a bunch of uphill. Oh my God, this trail was steep. And as much as I enjoy being back on trail, it's like sucking wind and water. But I don't know, it actually felt good to, be on real trail again, but I just don't film when I'm going uphill. I really just try to like not break my momentum and keep going, and then stopping and pulling the sticks up, off to the side and taking video is a pain in the ass. So we get up here to this crossing and meet these two dudes that told us that, first of all, we have to cross the creek. We'll probably have to cross it twice because they didn't even get to the second creek crossing after this because, snow. Oh, snow. More snow. Damn it. Just as soon as we were trying to get back onto a trail that like reasonably approximates the CDT, we're screwed again with this snow. And since I can't get on the internet to find out any like recent trip reports or trail information, we actually have no idea how much snow there is once we get to the pass, how much snow there is after the pass, because the trail actually connects with the Silverthorn alternate at around Eccles Pass. But I mean, obviously those guys didn't make it that far. They were basically telling us that we shouldn't attempt it and that it was like a slope and the trail was there, but it sloped and it's icy and snow. So that sucks, because if it's snowy and bad on this side, this is the south side of the mountain, it's definitely going to be super shitty on the other side, and we have no idea for how long or how many miles we're looking at for that. I believe at this point we're less than 10 miles from Dillon, and I'm sure the snow's probably only at the highest parts, but I also did not know that we are supposed to have afternoon thunderstorms. And ideally, you'd go over the snow earlier when it's like a little bit softer, so you have some traction but not so soft that you're post holing. But now you have that time crunch too, so you have a limited window to make the miles before and after the pass, and you have no idea what's going on with the trail as a whole. That sucks. So now we're looking at possibly backtracking. Also shitty. I hate backtracking. Oh my god, it is the worst thing ever. But in this case, it may be the smart move. And it looks like there were some trails that circumvented road walking or highway walking, because I do not care to walk highways anymore. Just that little spur walk or that little walk we did to get to the trail was stressful as hell. There were like traffic circles and cars going in every which direction and interstates, and oh my god, it was a little bit crazy. So we may be able to, and we'd probably actually get to Dillon a little bit faster because we'd go downhill to go back. It was all uphill to get here. We'd go downhill to get back and then walk side trails or Summit County trails to get around to Dillon tomorrow. But then, obviously, unless I get service again at some point, hopefully in town, like once I went to Verizon, I was able to have service in town, but once I got back out on the mountain, it said I had LTE, but I wasn't able to do anything on the internet at all. So that sucks. But yeah, frustrating as fuck. On the plus side, we're safe this evening. We're not wet. We managed to like not get our feet wet or muddy, which is the norm no matter what. And because we met those guys, because otherwise we probably would have crossed that creek and then found the snow and been screwed. So that's good that that didn't happen. But yeah, backtracking. I have sad face, and I'm irritated about my solar charger and or my external battery. Like, it had 5 bubbles when I plugged it in. Within 10 minutes I had 1. So now I can't really rely on my chargers, which also sucks because, as you may or may not have guessed already, we're frequently many days and miles between outlets, so that's stressful. And at any rate, that's basically how the end of the day is gone. Another plus is I did bring wine, yay, so that makes me happy. I have no appetite though, boo. But that was a lot of pizza, so maybe in about an hour I'll feel like eating something. In the meantime, I'm going to shut off the phone because I need to save my battery now. Oh shit, I forgot to tell you. I did pick up a wildflower book for Colorado. This is actually the same book that Joan, the lady, she and Rollin picked us up the other day off the basin. she had in her place, and it's awesome because it identifies the flowers and plants by the color of the flower, which is great because that is the easiest way for me to figure out what the hell I'm looking at. And this guide also shows like different uses that people have traditionally had for the flowers, and like all the other guides were huge or heavy. I picked this up at Next Page, the Next Page bookstore in Frisco, which is a badass bookstore. Oh my god, I could have hung out in there forever. They have coffee in there, they have wine in there, and beer and everything, little snacks. So they're really into you just coming in and apparently clocking in for the day if they have coffee and wine. Just start your morning there, end your day there. But we saw so many flowers today that I have no idea what they are. I'm excited to like start looking through this book and trying to figure out what the hell it is we're looking at, and if they're not only beautiful, if they're useful to us in some way.